We just finished our day 1 of our sailing class. Final thoughts of the day.
I appreciated the all the tacking that we did today.
Yeah, basically we did half of the day in class and just learning like the terminology and all that. A second half we went on the boat. Basically we just took turns being on the helm and on the lines.
The jib lines.
The jib line and the main sheet line.
And the main sheet, yeah.
So we just kind of went through those 3 cycles, and then we did like tacking.
Yeah.
The whole rest of the day, maybe like for 4 hours.
Something like that. At the beginning, when none of us knew what to do, like when our very first tack, when we each cycled through and took our time at the helm, and the other 2 were on the jib sheet lines, and we would tack over and everybody was like, what do I do?
Yeah.
And it was a little bit chaotic and everybody's kind of like panicking slightly because the sails and the main sheet and the jib both start making a bunch of noise when they luff, and then everybody's like, oh, you gotta let out and you have to pull.
Yeah. I think you're just more nervous that like you're gonna capsize the boat, or that like you're gonna like destroy something.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Our instructor says it's basically impossible to flip a sailboat.
Yeah, has to be a lot of extenuating circumstances, all like perfect. The stars have to align in order for you to be able to actually flip the boat over.
But like tacking back and forth, like, and then changing the sails, going back and forth. When I was on the helm, the steering wheel, and then you get like a big wind gust, it puts you on a heel, so like the side of your boat is kind of like almost in the water.
Yeah,
so you're like all the way sideways.
Stanchions and lifeline.
Yeah, that was like the scariest part, because you're like, wait, am I supposed to just stay here? And you're supposed to stay there. Like, that's good to heal, but it's terrifying.
Yeah. When
you're like in charge, when I'm behind the wheel, I'm like, yeah, it's just scary.
Yeah, the heeling over part, I've seen a bunch of people sail and like on small boats where they're
everyone's
like speed
you're
racing.
Gonna have to get used to it. Like,
yeah.
But yeah.
It doesn't make any saying that, and like the video side of things doesn't do it justice, because it's literally like your whole boat, which you're used to being like perpendicular to the earth, is now just like flipped on 45-degree angle, and you feel like you're about to fall off the boat.
Yeah.
If you're not ready for it.
I have so many bruises. I'm like feeling like just like going from all the different sides of the boat.
We went through the process of getting the boat ready to be sailed. So like we had to put the halyard on the main sheet, and then we had to bring up our jib. We had to what else? Well, we had the undocking and docking process. We kind of learned all about that, getting the boat ready to sail. And then, I mean, honestly, it wasn't too hard taking the sail cover on and off and that kind of simple stuff, but it's like it's a process. But
there's just so much to do.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure it goes way faster with 4 people rather than just yourself. But yeah, just all of us doing little things. And then we took a test.
Yeah, we took a 69-question test today. We'll take the other half of it tomorrow.
I cannot express this enough, but it was so much easier knowing things when you're on the water. water and using it with your hands.
Yeah,
and like feeling the wind, because like the points of sail, how you are in direction, how your boat is in direction to the wind is so much of it. And it's so hard to visualize that when you like are out on the boat in the wind.
Yeah, that like going through the textbooks, like the shroud sticks out to me. Like I can never remember what shroud was, and then the second you're on the boat, you're like, oh, these are the things that just hold the mast up.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Forestay and backstay were the other two that I couldn't remember ever.
I know, it's
part of our
so
standing rigging. I'm like going through the testimony.
Yeah. It's so much easier being on the actual boat, dealing with all of the things. Overall, day 1.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. We love it.
Would recommend.
Yeah.
The other thing I did like is that it really gets you in tune with nature, because you're constant, when you're at the helm or even a part of the crew, you are constantly paying attention to the wind and what direction the wind is coming from, what direction the current is moving, just to be able to like dock easily or get out of the harbor and into the open water. That's all kind of the things, and you have to be focused on it. Otherwise it just gets a little chaotic and you're out of control. And I like that it kind of forces you to pay attention to things that you would probably never notice if you was just on a boat, someone else cruising for you, captaining your skipper in for you. But we got 3 more days on board the Avalon, and we get it to ourselves.
Yeah, we get the whole boat to ourselves.
Yeah, but this is the first brick in our future of sailing. We're starting to stack them up, hopefully, and then depending on how it goes, maybe we see ourselves getting a sailboat and maybe doing the live aboard thing and exploring and traveling, and looking forward to a nice relaxing evening, going grabbing some dinner, maybe hanging out on the boat a bit. Motor day.
A motor day. No wind today. Gonna watch the sunset. Yeah. How was that?
It was good.
We didn't sail today because there was no wind. So.
But there's still time on a beautiful sailboat.
Yeah.
Cruising around, using the motor. Still got some practice, tossing fenders and docking.
Docking and all the parts on the bigger boat.
Diesel motors, how the larger sailing yachts are flown.
We are about to start our 4th and final day sailing on the Avalon. So this will end our 103 course. We didn't get to sail yesterday during the sailing part, or like on board part, because there was no wind, and today is looking like not that much wind either.
It's pretty glassy out.
Like, did you say like 5 miles per hour?
If that, yeah.
Yeah, so we don't know what we're gonna be doing today. We have our test for the second part today during class. And then yesterday we mainly just talked about like the engine stuff.
Different parts of the boats, once they get bigger, the terminology kind of changes a little bit.
Yeah, the safety and kind of like rules of the road. Docking. I think we're gonna touch on docking more too, because that is like seems so complicated. I really want to sail. And then like of course the like this first and second day there was so much wind. We had 25 and 30 miles per hour gusts, so that was like too much. We were healing.
And we were on a little tiny boat too.
Yeah, we were on a 28.
Yeah.
28. And we were like healing the entire time. And so I was like excited to be on a bigger boat that doesn't heel as much, but then like we got no wind, so no in between. That's
Wind is at 17 knots. We're cruising at 8 knots.